Hey, this is Phil Lilley, Lilley's Landing Resort, Marina, Lake Taneycomo. Going to do one cast today. It's Saturday the 11th, I believe. Golly, it's the 9th. Still running 7 gates, 20,000 CFS. Something just surfaced right there, looked like a gar. Another one down here. What's happened since yesterday is Table Rock is starting to turn. There's a lot of gar in this little eddy right here. I can turn the camera, maybe you can see them. They're kind of coming up and surfacing. Table Rock has started to turn. So that means that the thermocline is dropping and fish are going deeper in Table Rock. Fish like gar, smallmouth, crappie, white bass, walleye, and threadfin shad. So we're getting a lot of threadfin shad through the turbine or over the top. Dwayne had a trip this morning. I posted it on our Facebook page and on Ozark Anglers Forum that they caught a lot of fish on white jigs and shad flies. They were getting doubles and triples, catching a lot of nice rainbows. Those fish are eating shad. I just took the temperature, water temp. The temperature up here, the water temp is 60.6, which has dropped about a half a degree since earlier in the week. That's another indication that the lake is turning, starting to mix. The water on top is getting cooler and starting to drop down, and with this cold front coming in on Monday, it's supposed to get down the teens for 2 or 3 nights. That lake should go ahead and flip. It is a process. I'm going to throw a white 1/8 ounce jig, 4-pound line. It's a little windy up here. We'll say that. So it's a little bit between the current, the waves, and the wind. Right up here at the cable, it's a little tough. Oh my gosh, that was a horrible cast. Oh, come on, fish. I only casted like 25 feet. I'm gonna milk this one because I want to catch a fish on the first cast. I'm actually going to let some line out and go over here a little bit. I'm going to get out in the current here in a minute, but I'm going to kind of swing this jig back behind the boat a little bit. And I just had a little tap. Hopefully I won't catch a gar. They're up here close to the surface. A lot of gar have come over the dam, and they get over in this slack water, and they'll eventually make their way down lake. Something about the face, the dam face, I guess they really like it. Oh man, I just had, that might have been a gar. I still got my jig. I really do want to catch fish on the first cast. The jig is just down below the boat. It's one of our boats. We've got a couple Johns and a couple bass boats out. There are guys catching them off the dock, believe it or not. Some guy's using a big old weight and getting it on the bottom. not throwing out very far, and he's catching fish. And his wife just about got a limit. Well, I'm gonna have to call this just a miss. Crazy. Okay, that's a little aggravating. I'll get out in the current here in a second. Table Rock is up above 920 now. Beaver has dropped below 1130. So Beaver is dropping real slow. Table Rock's still coming up. There's a bump. Still coming up real slow. Yeah, I probably just ought to get out of this eddy and get out there and drift. And I'd have to be truthful with you. I was getting pretty frustrated the last couple of days. I've done one cast. I didn't go fishing at all yesterday because under these conditions I really felt like we should be catching a lot of fish, and just going out and not even getting catching any fish even on the scuds. It's like, what's going on? Interesting. 3 guys in one of our John boats, they just pulled up here and they're throwing, looks like nickel spoons. He was trolling straight downstream with them out. Looks like now he's drifting. I thought maybe they'd show me a new technique. It'd be pretty cool. A lot of people, they up on the hill back here, they come up here and they see the floodgates. All right, I'm gonna get out in the current a little bit. It's fast. Guys over at outlet number 1, one guy's got a fish hooked up. Another guy over in the trees, he's snagged in the trees. Now I'm not gonna, to get this thing down in this violent current, you gotta just let it drift and not gonna reel a whole lot. Blake and a couple friends are out. It might be a deal where the better fishing is downstream away from this faster current too. I noticed quite a few people are not coming all the way up here. They're coming up just about to the island, starting there on their drifts, so it does make sense. If you saw those pictures of Dwayne's catch, they're catching some really nice rainbows, all colored up. Dwayne said that he didn't see any shad in the water. I haven't seen any yet either, but he said that a lot of rainbows were just packed full of them and spitting them up in his boat. Ooh, there's a pretty good bump there. As you can see, I'm throwing out to the side and kind of working it this way. It's really the best way to get the bait down. To keep track of it. Going over rebar and the big flat gravel bar, so usually that's a really good spot. Come on. There he is. Well, I tell you what, I was sweating. Not come out here and not catch a fish during a shad kill or a shad run would not be good. Pretty fish. Whew, pretty. Male all colored up, getting ready for spawning season. And he broke my line. Okay, I got another rod. Yeah, there's a lot of boats up here. Ooh, that might feel like one. See if he comes back. They are going to be doing this for this volume. I imagine this is going to go on for another couple of days. But they're going to be running it pretty heavy and probably over the floodgates for a while. Ooh, that was a good tap. I'm missing them. Come on, fish. I imagine you'd do a little bit better drifting shad flies. We get enough shad coming through here in the coming days. Hopefully we'll get enough for fish even down where we're at to start eating shad. That'd be kind of cool. The last, I don't know, half dozen shad runs that we've had here, it just doesn't seem like the fish down lake, down even here in this area, see many shad. There's just not very many coming through and they get eaten. Comes Blake. I'm going to ask him how they're doing. The other thing that happens, and I'm not sure why, is a lot of boat traffic tends to really put the squash on these fish biting, so there's definitely a lot of boats up here. You doing any good?
Yeah.
White jig?
Shad fly.
Oh, shad fly.
Feeling them.
Yeah, well, I like throwing a jig. He said they're killing them on shad flies. Looks like these guys are trolling upstream. Maybe I'll just let this drift, kind of like what I did the other day. I'm going over a gravel bar, so yeah, a shad fly probably would work a lot better. That's just too easy for me. That's just me. I'll come up here. I'm gonna little challenge. Okay, I'm just about down to the chute above Trophy Run, so I think I'm going to call it quits as soon as I get down here. One fish. I feel it ticking the bottom. Still ticking the bottom. Our ducks have left. Didn't see any ducks. I knew I should have let Blake do one cast this evening. I just about gave him the camera before he left. He does a good job. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow.